Hello, believers of Christ. Hope you're doing well. So today I'll be taking you guys through Genesis chapter 4, verse 1. And it says, "And Adam made love to his wife, Eve, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Cain. She said, 'With the help of the Lord, I have brought forth a man.'" That's the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So this verse has four main teachings or lessons we can take away from it. The first one, the first human birth. This is the first human birth in history. It fulfills God's command to be fruitful and multiply, as we saw in Genesis chapter 1 verse 28. Yeah, episode 28. Go check that episode. It was so amazing, showing that life continued despite sin. The second teaching, Eve acknowledges God as the giver of life. Eve's words, "with the help of the Lord," show that she recognized God's role in creation and childbirth. This teaches us that all life is a gift from God, as seen in Psalms chapter 127 verse 3. All life is a gift from God. Life is sacred. All life is sacred. Life is a gift from God. The third teaching, Cain's name and meaning. The name Cain, in Hebrew, Cain, I hope I haven't butchered that. Yeah, the Hebrew word for Cain is Cain. Sounds like the Hebrew word for acquired or gotten. Eve might have thought Cain was the promised offspring from Genesis chapter 3 verse 15, the one to defeat the serpent. As we saw in that episode, go check that episode out. It was so amazing. But as the story unfolds, Cain is actually not the redeemer, but the first murderer. Yes, Cain was the first murderer. A very sad and tragic story. And spoiler. That's a spoiler, we'll get there. Yeah. The fourth and final teaching. The start of human history. The start of human history outside Eden. This verse marks the first generation of humans born in the fallen world. It highlights that even in a sinful world, God's blessings, like children, still continue. We as Christians should recognize that life comes from God. Every child is a gift from Him, and we should honor life. Yes, this verse talks about the first human birth. Cain was the first human being to be actually born. Because Adam and Eve weren't born, they were made. But Cain is the first human birth. The first testament of God's mission to Adam and Eve to be fruitful and multiply. Cain is a testament, the first testament. Cain is actually the first human being to be born, like to be given birth to. Which is very nice and amazing. We as Christians should recognize that God's plan for us is redemption. Even Eve hoped for salvation through Cain, but true redemption came much later through Jesus Christ. Yes, Cain was supposed to be the chosen one, but he was supposed to be the one who was supposed to return Adam and Eve back to the garden. But things went wrong. God's grace continues despite sin. Even after Adam and Eve were exiled, God still blessed them with children, showing His mercy. Yes. The fact that a human being is born, Cain is being born here, it shows that God hadn't given up on Adam and Eve and had still kept His promises of being fruitful and multiplying. So this was the birth of Cain. It's very amazing. The beginning of chapter 4. I'm so happy. It's so nice. I can't believe I've reached chapter 4. It's been an amazing journey, preaching the word of God and evangelizing the word of God. It's just been an amazing journey. Anyways, that's all I had for today, guys. Thank you very much. And as usual, God bless.